It's the voice of DJ Scream on your airways right here on iHeart's 105.3 The Beat. About to have a conversation with my brother. My family just put up on me. Ace Hood is here. What's up, Ace Hood?
What's up, my dog?
What's up, man? Welcome to the city. How you been?
Man, I've been good, bro. Been blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God is good, man.
Yeah. What you been up to just in general? Like, I like to check up on people, of course, musically, but you know, just as Ace Hood, the man. Are you a husband? Are you a father? Are you a just let us know what Ace Hood been on, because you probably just been lifing.
Yeah, I've been lifing. And I've been all of those things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I've been a father, you know what I'm saying, heavy in that space, you know what I mean? Spending time with my kids, they getting older, creating those experiences.
Yep.
Right, I've been with my wife, you know what I'm saying? We've been married almost 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Congratulations.
You know, been building that, you know.
Your little game, happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife.
You already know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then on top of that, bro, self-developing, you know what I'm saying? Like building myself up.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing, you know, is really focus attention on that, you know, and just building around the project, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I've been up to mainly. You know what I'm saying?
How much I know when you get in that space, like, you got a project out, that's beautiful, but how much music do you have sitting there that you're trying to figure it out? Because I've been in the studio with you, so I know your work ethic.
Yeah, I got a lot.
You got a lot.
I got a lot, bro. But it's a story that I got to tell. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like I want to be intentional about how I tell that story. You know what I'm saying? So I think the moment I went independent, and that whole journey has been me telling the story from like the Trust the Process series, moving on to like the Mr. Hood. Now we into like the totality of self. So yeah, bro. That's that on that.
Okay, for sure. So what's one of the things you may miss about when you're lifing and being Ace Hood, the family man? What's one of the things you miss about, you know, the hardcore 24/8 grind of the industry, and what's one of the things that you're like, man, I don't miss that at all?
Oh man, one of the things that I don't miss. Oh man.
Me personally, I just discovered, my therapist made me do this starting like last year. I just discovered sleep. So now that I sleep, you know, I actually get real sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know how I used to zombie like I used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I used to zombie, like be a zombie. Like, all right, you sleep. No sleep, gang. Screw all that.
Yeah. That's real. I mean, getting to sleep is necessary.
You gotta recharge that body.
So I say sleep is probably one of them big things. You know what I'm saying? Is that you do get more sleep.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know, man. I love it though. It's a real love for me, honestly, dog. And I've like in some way like removed myself and kind of did the self-development kind of, you know, I went so hell bent on this thing over here, right? To where it's like there's other parts that I actually do miss about it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, all right, so I still implement it though. You know what I mean? In terms of like the touring and still being out there. So it's just you know, depending upon how much I want to be actually out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I don't like the noise. I think I feel better about there's less noise in my life. You
more than zombie, and I'm talking about.
Yeah. Not too caught up in the matrix of things. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take a step outside of that. So I think that's the greatest space that I've been in. So I don't miss that portion of it. It's just the noisiness, the gotta go all the time, gotta get up. You always on someone else's time. You know what I'm saying? Which leaves less time for yourself. So I think that's what I say, bro.
Now, I understand what I'm about to say. I understand it because it's a beautiful place, right? I assume you live in Florida.
I live here now.
You live in Atlanta?
Back and forth. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
See, this is
I was just about to say, Florida people don't move from Florida.
We don't. That's the thing, though. So you know that's right. So it was a big deal, you know. But I feel like I needed. It was a long decision, bro. I'm a Florida boy, grew up there my entire life, right? So for me, I just needed. I love seasons, dog, and I love change of environment. You know, being in a new place in my life to where, like, you know, I started to outgrow my environment. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to put myself in a space to where I could call on something new for myself, whether that's new individuals, you know what I'm saying, new opportunities and stuff.
For sure.
So I wanted to be out here, bro, and I love the representation, black people, and the spirituality effect out here. So, yeah, bro, I was like, man, let's take that leap of faith, wife, and let's go and cop a crib out here.
So what you love about the city, man? What's the you can Keith Lee us too. You can tell us the ups and downs.
Yeah. Oh man, you know, I love the spiritual, like the spiritual element that I feel just like there's a Georgia feel. I feel like with the, you know, I love the mountains. I love being out in nature and stuff like that. So that's huge for me. The hiking element. I think the traffic is probably the worst thing for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why it took me some time to get here. I think that's probably the most, like, you know, sometimes just annoying.
It remind me to give you some game about the traffic off air, but I can't give it to everybody because that'll traffic My traffic.
Yeah, traffic.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you off air about
okay,
that.
I need that. I need that.
Yeah.
So I think that'd probably be the only thing that I would say. I had good experiences the majority of the places that I go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I think that's the only negative effect, but everything else has been great.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I've been finding my bearings out here, finding my people, my community and stuff. So navigating that too.
You know, like it's listen, this is home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes a Negro wants some water. That's what you're not gonna get in there. You get pools. There's pools everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just, because the water's spiritual too. So I'll go to Fort Lauderdale or whatever in Florida and just sit on the beach and you just got that ocean and it's just recharging and rejuvenating. That's the only complaint I have about home.
Yeah.
Everything else is beautiful.
Y'all
we
got
have
lakes.
water. No, don't go to the lakes, Ace.
I ain't going.
Don't go over Lake. Don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, and that's a whole different spirit. That's the
right.
Don't do it.
I heard the
people
stories.
coming up missing. Right.
I heard the story.
Don't do it. Yep. So what for this particular project, Body, like, how is this different from the other projects? What kind of what like how you coming on this one? What you speaking on?
Oh man, this is evolution, bro. At its finest. I think people get to see it right in front of their face. Is the evolution of me and what's to come. And who I am now. Build or Destroy You is the project Body. It's a second portion thus far to the fourth portion, which was Memories Inside Never Die. So me again, a part of what I want to represent is how we can be more full versions of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this allowed me to tap into a more compassionate, a more empathetic, just a more vulnerable side of myself, tap into love and what that looks like for me. But also still, it's giving you the masculine and the feminine balance of that, and how I balance that as a man, and and the lessons that I've learned in that. So I just, expressing deep love and understanding that for myself is just allowing me to express it for others. So I wanted to put that in music format so people can kind of also get them lessons, and like, this is what I've experienced and learned about myself within this, particular space of love and being compassionate and just being, flowing more so. So this is a project, dog, that I'm very proud of. It was experimental to a certain degree, and I want to, kind of just spread myself, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Pause, like, because I wanted to tap into a little bit of Afro sound that I did with Rotimi on here. You know what I'm saying? Just do some different feels. I wanted to be playful and I wanted to be different, as opposed to just naturally I would just speak about the pain and the struggles and the hustle and the da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, what about the other things that we do experience? So this project allowed me to do so, and the compilation of all projects allowed me to, when I look at it, as the totality of like myself, you know what I'm saying, of like my ideas, and then also trauma and how it relates to the body, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro.
What one thing, I don't know if the year was 04, 05, 06. It's a little bit of a blur. But that's when I was first introduced to Ace Hood. Of course, I got a personal call from Khaled at the time. And then here's Cash Flow, right?
Yes, sir.
So we were all introduced to Ace Hood. So fast forward 2023, one thing we have to commend you and any artist that's been blessed to still have relevancy and to keep it moving. You're still here. What are some of those keys to lasting and creating that longevity and continuously getting booked and being able to put out projects and handling your business, just so other artists will know, like, how do you last?
For me, bro, honestly, dog, it was really reinventing myself, reinventing the wheel, right? It's not allowing myself to, like, for people to kind of design who I'm going to be in this world, you know? And I think coming out of my situation and stepping into the independent realm really allowed me to understand that. Was like, all right, you was once this thing, now you got to return to something different and or greater than what you came as. So to me, I'm like, all right, now we got to build a new being, right? And first way to do that is to go through the self-development. So I think for me, it was really like, all right, now I got to empower myself, because I give him so much of the power away. And that's what started it for me. It was like, all right, now I'm on this trail of where it's like empowerment, but also just recognizing, like, man, like the reinventing thing, like, it's important to, shed old ideas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Explore those beliefs that you do believe, you know what I'm saying? So me, I'm intrigued, man, with just tapping into the highest version of yourself in order to get the best out of this life that we live in.
And isn't that crazy? Like, if you look at it from a scientific level, they tell you that your cells, your body changes on its own. Like, your body, you're not the same person from a cellular place or whatever that you were 6 months ago. You continuously evolve, depending on what you eat and how you exercise and all that type of stuff. But isn't it crazy for, I guess in our culture, there's this thing of this person is the same as they always been. Like they kind of champion that, which that's important, like from a character place, but you have to change and evolve. Everything around us changes and evolves. Exactly. Nature, animals, this, that, science, all the other stuff. But sometimes in our culture, we get caught up in, you need to be the same person you was on the block. Like, that just don't make sense to me. I figured I'd just put that out there for conversation pieces. But you have to evolve and become the best version of yourself, and it's beautiful that you're telling people that and expressing that in your music, because elsewhere in our culture, sometimes, like I said, we just get stuck on this. I won't say it's the keeping it real thing, but it's just the thing where sometimes as soon as you evolve or you progressing, you tripping.
Right.
Oh, bro, tripping.
Right.
You know, he weird. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, he
right.
did. Oh, he don't got this and he don't got that. And I preach it all the time on my socials. Like, hey, whatever my journey is and what it is for me, I'm going after me. For me. If y'all don't like the fact that I wear this type of sneaker or whatever I do, you know what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be comfortable in that space. At this place,
that's facts,
in your career where you've had, colossal collaborations and features, is there still somebody on that list that you're like, man, I feel like if I could get in a session with them and a space to create with them, we'll make magic?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, I think about that. I'm not hell-bent on it really in terms of, I think it's really working with people who would love to work with me. So I think the synergy has to be there, right? But I think there could be a great session between me and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? There could be a great session between me and Cole. You know what I mean? Like, it just, we can just challenge each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I can critically think. You know what I'm saying? And there's depth there. So I just think that'll be an ill last session, dog, for creative minds to just be clashing. So
is there any frustration with knowing? I'm just gonna be transparent with you. I'm a truthful person. Is there any frustration there with knowing that? See, I know like Ace Hood can go in a session.
Bro, what is it? A heater?
What is it?
What is right here?
I have no idea.
It's cold in here. Y'all ain't cold?
It's cold?
Y'all ain't cold in here? It's a little chilly.
It's cold? We're going to fix that in as soon as possible. Let me figure out what's going on. But what I was going to say was, is there frustration to knowing that, man, I could get in, like bar for bar, I can sit with these people. You know that, right? The people around you know that. Yeah. But is there a frustration maybe that the whole world doesn't know that? That you could sit there with, like Kendrick probably, I'm not speaking for anyone, but a Kendrick or a Cole, they know about Ace Hood. They know how you get down. They know what you are bar for bar and lyrically. But the world may not know.
Right.
So is there ever any frustration there where like, man, I got this humility, I am who I am, but y'all need to know I really like that too. Like, if it come down to it, like, you're a lyrical, like animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any frustration with that? Being slept on, per se?
No, bro. No. There used to be. There used to be, right? And that's a part of what I had to deal with. I feel like, in the off time was me dealing with who I thought that I was. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not really frustration that, to me at this point, I love to remind people, of what it is that I do. And I believe that the energy is going to live regardless, I believe that it just takes that one particular record and or one particular conversation to just get the eyes back or ears to put people back on trail to what's already been transpiring with my career, So I feel like it's going to get its just due. I feel like if that's what, God meant for it to do, I think it'll do just that, but I don't think about it in a frustration way. I think it's keeps the chip on my shoulder. That's what keeps the hunger, right? That's what keeps that energy. So I use it in that way, as opposed to allow it to be frustration. I'm like, all right, this is what keeps the hunger and keeps the energy and keeps that will to want more, and it continue to blaze the trail and continue to stack onto the legacy.
Final just cultural question, man. Shouts to Jeezy. Jeezy put out there in an interview recently that went viral. He had a quote that went viral that said, "Real niggas don't cheat." Open quote, end quote. I put it up. I stood on it. I raised my hand. I'm married. I don't cheat. That's just me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
How does Ace Hood feel about that quote?
I feel absolutely.
You stand up on it.
You know what? Real niggas is subjective, though.
It is subjective.
You know what I'm saying?
I said
Being
the
a
same
real
thing.
nigga is subjective.
Right.
But I will say that being in a relationship with somebody that that really feeds your spirit is a beautiful thing, because you know it leads you, like, you don't want to go out and like, you know what I'm saying, do something else. It's like, so to me, it's like feeling so full, and it's from a space of just knowing you emotionally supported. You know what I'm saying? Like, you communicate very well. You know, this is your person. You know, so to me, there's nothing outside of that. I don't even think outside of that. It's crazy coming from the life that I live to like being in this space now where it's just like I can't even think outside of my partner. You know, and I think that's beautiful.
Right.
But yeah, man, yeah. When you locked in for real, like, and that's what's so dope about it, because once you actually meet your person and you get it right. Like, a man won't cheat. Like, he will not. He will be there. He will support you. He will, like, all them things, and love doing it and do it with an open heart.
And let me be clear, not saying that we have, but because some of my partners hit my line and this became a thing, too big of a thing. I'm like, bro, let me be clear about if you have cheated or if you cheat. That's your business, right? Real niggas also do make mistakes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that cheating in the sense of not condoning cheating, fucking up in the sense of you made a mistake, you're a real nigga when you can admit I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to stand on something that's mushy, like, bro, you stop making excuses, bro. Just
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the thing too with the real nigga thing. But again, every quote that's a quote. That's a 3-second quote. Like, I'm sure he has a whole top to bottom for the quote. If you were to talk
you can
to
really
him.
unpack that. It's such a strong statement to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do get it in your perspective of seeing, like, yeah, naturally, like, we all do make mistakes. Like, regardless of what, you're gonna make mistakes in your relationship, no matter how real you are. Like, real people make mistakes for sure. You know, even if that is cheating or whatever, stepping out, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of real niggas incarcerated who know they made mistakes, and they say, when I get my chance, I'm gonna show everybody how to right this wrong.
There you go.
I mean? It's only fucked up if you just, like I say, you're standing on something mushy and it's not solid, and you're like making up excuses. Like, well, I only did this because it is. No, you did this because that's what you wanted to do. That was your choice. Right. As
long as you take accountability, we good.
Come down to.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas like to put that off on other people when they cheat, and it be us.
Yeah, exactly.
You want it, you know what I'm saying? You did what you wanted to do, homie.
I appreciate you, man. Listen, tell everybody. Of course, it's a full project, but tell everybody the first record they got to listen to off your new project. Because you know we're in the world where you should listen from top to bottom.
Just press play.
You should just press play.
Just press play. The first record you need to listen to is the first record on the project.
Okay, got you. Fair enough.
Feel me? Yeah, that's going to set the tone for what you about to experience. Yeah. I wanted to make sure of that, you know? So, yeah.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Ace Hood. Pull it up on DJ Screen.
Yes,
you know what it is. Salute 105.3, The Beat.